group. What was it? I think the hashtag was ruin.
Okay.
To do with Hakkasan restaurant.
Oh yeah. Yeah. This is just sometimes you're just on like social media or whatever, and you just see some of the maddest things. I don't know where it's gone. Oh, that's there. Yeah. So couple weeks, probably about a week ago actually. Some guy, the original Frank, whoever that is, posted or tweeted, "We actually ruined everything. Hakkasan is now a community centre."
So rude.
I'll read it again. "We actually ruined everything." By his DP, by the way, when he says we, his DP is black. In his avatar icon, whatever you want to call it.
A black male, yeah.
A black black male.
Known as the weakest links, as some sometimes black males.
"We actually ruined everything. ... Hakkasan is now a community centre." Then some random guy's obviously seen it and he's gone, "Ruin," in inverted commas. "Absolutely nothing has changed except the presence of black people. But that's ruined your experience because now you don't feel better than the rest of us." And then Twitter kind of
Rained on the
went
bar.
off as they usually do.
That was running and running still.
Yeah, it was good.
Well, what were people saying?
I'd have to.
He
I'd
didn't
have
get
to
the
them up.
response that he probably initially wanted.
What did he want?
Agreement. You took that
Yeah.
for
Yeah.
people to tweet and say, "Yeah, man, I know."
It's
I
not
know.
like the old days when I used to go in there and it was
He would say,
just
"Yeah, I
me."
went there the other day," and
Yeah.
But he got chewed up still, and I think rightfully so.
Rightfully so.
He deserved that. He deserved that.
And it's a common thing. Yeah, you see it a lot. There was this, which is now turned into a joke, where there's this joke about how black girls ruined red velvet cake, and it's just like, why? Why are you upset that black people
That's
now
so rude,
eat
man.
red velvet cake? Like, but yeah, he's speaking out of turn there. He's wrong. But I guess it just exposes, his thought processes.
Yeah.
And I guess you're going to this restaurant to have food. You don't want to feel like other people, whether that be black, white. Like you're not going to X restaurant, this amazing restaurant where you pay £200 for prawn crackers or whatever. So you want to go there and
Feel special.
yeah, feel special, and you're not like the rest or the average man.
Yeah.
So he's upset that now other people like him can afford it, and there's not many people he can't stunt on as many people as
Man want to be OJ, innit?
yeah.
That's how when I saw it, I was like, yeah, you wanted to be OJ, but now
That
you ain't
acceptance.
OJ.
But what is funny is like, so when you're fastening up yourself to go to Hakkasan, there's a white man in the room saying, "There goes the neighborhood" as well.
Yeah.
But you're breaking your back to stand next to this guy who's probably thinking, "Ooh, it's a bit
what
dark
are you
in here
doing
now."
here?
Yeah. So it's kind of like a rewiring needs to.
It's fucked.
Yeah.
Do we think?
Red velvet cake has been ruined. No, I don't think so.
Nah, you can't ruin very well.
If it's dry.
Oh no, if it's dry, if it's dry, then it's ruined
But
still.
Come on, man.
If it's moist than that, I got no problem.
Yeah.
But do you think? Because I think this problem is bigger than that.
It is.
Yeah,
It's definitely
I think-
bigger, but
I think-
this is probably.
Bigger than Hakkasan.
Yeah, way bigger.
Oh,
It's
restaurants and- yeah.
it's bigger than restaurants. It's like,
I think him saying that is probably the perfect and closest, or more relatable, shall I say, sort of thought process and example of what you're about to say.
what was I about to say?
Is that, or maybe even what Dan said, it's just a rewiring of the way people think. It's and people always say, black people don't stick together, or because
I've always
we're
hated that, you know.
yeah, because
Always pissed me
we're
off.
I guess essentially not from much. Instead of helping, and maybe even like let's say the Jewish community do, they help each other to progress and get to better places, and to an extent even white people do that. But black people, it's always, I'm getting this, I'm getting that, and I'm gonna keep it here. Maybe give it to one or two that are close to me. And yeah, that's this. When you think about it, it's a disgusting way to think that this is just I should be the only black guy or black person
Get
whatever.
away from
from you,
what
from
I am.
You lot.
I think for me it
But then
highlights
I'm gonna
like
tell you and post pictures that I was in Hakkasan.
I'm gonna stunt on you.
that's what it is.
Alright.
I think it shows me like two things. There's like this crabs in a barrel kind of mentality, where it's like I want to be that one crab that gets out.
Yeah.
And then two, that I think en masse, and it's kind of sick or sad that black people feel this too, but that the higher or more successful you are in this life, you're usually not around a lot of black people. And I think that's kind of the reality. I mean, like, my mum used to always say this kind of stuff. It's like, oh, why do footballers always get with white girls kind of thing? And I was just like, well, most of the places they're probably in, there's probably not much variety. But yeah, there's this like, I don't know, man.
It's a class thing, isn't it?
You could say class, but it's colour as well, isn't it? It's like they're all interlinked.
There is,
With funny actually, I'm surprised I haven't mentioned this to you lot already. I did a implicit bias.
Oh, my work put on some new thing.
What is it? Is it part of
It's
like
like training? Like
that's good.
it's
That's
on
good
our
that they're doing that.
yeah.
But I watched a show on it, and this was more, if you like, when we were more peak
That Jane
BLM.
Jane Elliott. Is her name Jane Elliott?
Jane Elliott, yeah, goes.
The
I
God.
guess her studies dive into this kind of shit. But where you're tested basically a rapid fire, where you're given like words or a face rather, and I think a word pops up, and you've got to say almost which, like quickly as well. If you think about it too long, I think it just voids it. Which one you associate it with? Like, if ugly comes up, most people will hit black. Like, and these are like, it's so fucked like that. These are things. But it's really interesting, and I think that's kind of what we're talking about here. Is that we associate black with bad and white with good, and I guess different levels of the spectrum, depending on how light or dark you are, higher or lower. But yeah, I've done one of those implicit bias tests. I'll send it to you,
You
man.
said you were my bias, though.
No, I wasn't. You know, I'll be honest. I thought it was gonna say.
You should be in the EDO or something.
Yeah.
you passed your test back.
You qualified.
Sign up here.
We'd like to invite you to our open day. Cold, man.
No, I thought it was gonna show preference for black people, but it didn't. It said that I'm like fair, basically, which was a bit of a surprise because I feel like I don't know if I feel like I've been raised perhaps a little bit pro-black. But it was interesting. But man should do them still.
Yeah,
It's interesting because you can't fake it. It just it is what it is.
So there's like a time limit on each question.
You don't see a time limit, but you've got to answer. It's like, see, like we're playing yes no
Speed
game.
matters, like.
Yeah, if I'm playing yes, you got to hit me back quickly. And there are times like you make mistakes, so to speak, where I clocked. Oh fuck! I pressed the black one for something bad. But yeah, I mean, overall, that was alright. Like,
So you say.
fuck!
Oh,
That's the truth. No.
Let me start
Can't
again.
go back.
But yeah, they're really interesting. But yeah, I think it speaks to something wider, and I think regardless who you are, where you're from, whatever, that you read the world in this way. When I was young, this fucks me up actually. I don't like saying it, but I'll say it. When I was young, like obviously being a twin, being the lighter of two twins as well, we would go to like Hamleys or some shit.
Jobs.
What? No, it's because I'm cold and interviews. No, we go to like Hamleys or whatever, and my mum would be like picking a toy, and I would always be like, "Yeah, I'm the white one." Like, you see, like Carlton, like my mum thought I was gonna have like a mad like problem as a youth, but I would always be like, "No, I'm the white one." But I think for me,
But Rich, have you seen that video of the dolls?
Yeah, this is what I'm saying. That's perfectly
it's
normal.
a real thing.
Because you read the world and you clock. Raw, for the most part,
doing
white
his
people
thing.
win and black people lose. So really,
for
you
people
should
that
want to be.
Don't know? Yeah, on YouTube there.
I know you're talking
call
about.
it like type in like doll.
I think you was talking
race
about the other day
test.
online.
And there are different dolls, a black doll, a white doll, and it's probably about 5-year-olds maybe. So babies, effectively. But it just goes to show kind of how I guess prejudice and Yeah, I'm gonna go out on a limb and say white supremacy is a thing, and kids are receptive to it. So they say to the kid, which is the bad doll?
Yeah.
So the little black boy will choose the black doll. They'll say, which is the ugly doll? They'll choose the black one. Which doll do you look like? The black one.
Yeah.
So like these are things that
Fucked.
little kids are like living with and internalizing from like an age where they haven't even gone out and really experienced too much. Yeah. But for some reason it's managed to.
You have that understanding already.
Yeah.
As well, we kind of assume you're like almost not conscious.
But
But it's there, like.
receptive, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah, stuff like that. It's mad, but hopefully over time it can change. But yeah, it won't come from people saying I want to be the only man in Hakkasan. And I think all of that stuff is like it's like the nouveau riche. Like, so it's people who see footballers getting money, or maybe a musician, and you have to go to that place. But then people who like are really wealthy and whatnot, they're not bragging about going.
They don't.
And it's just kind of like a badge of wealth, when really you're just going and spending £300 on Chinese. Like, when the reality is the best meals I've had haven't been in
Most of them are home cooked.
top restaurants or whatever.
Yeah, it's funny you
which I
mentioned.
don't really frequent.
Yeah, it's funny you mentioned footballers as well, because Iwobi got a bit of a backlash.
What happened to him?
I forgot to put that in the group yesterday. Oh my god, I was so vexed.
Iwobi got a bit of a backlash.
What happened? I ain't heard nothing about
So
it.
he posted a picture of him getting on
holiday.
a plane or a jet or whatever.
Or a jet.
And he had on like the Dior like Nike Dunks.
He was
Like a
drippy.
Supreme, he was very
drippy,
very
Footballer
drippy,
drippy, innit?
yeah.
I like a little bag and that, I think.
Yeah,
Yeah, of course.
Very drippy pic. Getting on the plane, whatever. I don't know if he captioned anything, but someone's posted that, and it's basically along the lines of why's he done that? Like as an Everton player, like you wouldn't do that. Like if you know, like the fans, the like working hard working people, working class fans. Like why would you like show off and do blah 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 going on? And I saw it because Dysunomics retweeted it and kind of went at the guy. But the sentiment is the same. It's but then I think someone else posted like 4 pictures of like non-black players, like posted next to their like Lambo trucks, G5, like all of this, G wagons, all of this. But no one's that stuff never comes out.
No one says a word.
So then it's like, why is it whenever it's like a black player that's like showing off like the stuff that he's worked hard for?
I couldn't believe it.
It's an issue.
I forgot to post it in the group because I saw I went on Twitter and I saw Iwobi was trending.
Yeah.
Coming back to us.
Nah. And then I see the picture, like I was thinking, nah, people are not getting onto that. But then other people were like saying about he's very charitable as well. Pictures of him doing charity work. He's been awarded for his charity work as well. And it's like, bro, like you just going on a plane to go wherever he's going.